Dear children, today let us learn a new chapter of your social studies. The name of the topic is Social Behavior in Animals, chapter number 15. Boys, how some animals are there, they remain in group. So, this chapter is based on that which we are going to study today. We know that some animals are called social animals because they live in groups. Boys, we know that some animals are there which are called social animals. It is because of they are living in a group. The time when they used to go for searching food or any other purposes, they used to go in a group. For example, birds fly in flocks. A group of birds is called flocks. Birds, they used to fly in flocks. Fish live in shoals. So fish, they used to live in shoals. Shoals means that is also a group of fishes called shoals. And elephants live in herds. The same way, a group of elephant is called herds. So elephants, they also live in herds. There are some reasons why they remain or they live in group. They depend on each other for protection from enemies. So here is the reason. These animals, they used to depend on each other for their protection from the attack of enemies. To gather food and to rear their young ones. In order to collect their food, gather food, and to rear their young ones, and to let their young ones for rearing. In such purposes, they need to go in group. Let's see how ants and bees exhibit social behavior. So here in this very chapter, let's see how ants, small ants and bees, how they publicly display social behavior. So this chapter is based on that. Angangsha, hojiki para sisida hairisi karino haibda. We know that some animals are called social animals. Hoina khangi. Animals loinamuk natte ko. Some animals have ni. Animals khara lai. Moisingse social animals hai na kawi. Kari maram gino because they live in groups. Moisingse group sarga leibni. Moisingse sangu sarga leibni. Atam talite moise. Adugina moise social animals kaurishe. Social society related to society. They are having the behavior of this social. For example, birds fly in flocks. ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯛꯄꯗꯗꯤ ꯎꯆꯦꯛꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯪꯒꯨ ꯁꯪꯒꯨ ꯁꯥꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯂꯦꯕ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯗ ꯑꯇꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯎꯆꯦꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯔꯝꯒꯅꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞ ꯁꯥꯔꯒ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯆꯠꯂꯤꯑꯕ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯂꯤ ꯐꯤꯁ ꯂꯤቭ ꯏꯟ ꯁꯣꯜꯁ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯉꯥꯁꯨ ꯏꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯉꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯁꯪꯒꯨ ꯁꯪꯒꯨ ꯁꯥꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯂꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞꯇ ꯆꯠꯂꯤ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯏꯂꯤꯐꯦꯟꯠ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯁꯥꯃꯨꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯀꯪꯐꯥꯜꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯀꯟꯕ ꯁꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯏꯂꯤꯐꯦꯟꯠꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯥꯃꯨꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏ ꯎꯃꯪꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯁꯪꯒꯨ ꯁꯪꯒꯨ ꯁꯥꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯂꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ a group of elephants is called herds. Elephant ꯁꯥꯃꯨ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞ ꯑꯃꯕꯨ herds ꯀꯧꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯐ꯭ꯂꯣꯛꯁ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯁꯣꯜꯁ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ herds ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯇꯝꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ. They depend on each other for protection from enemies. ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯊꯛꯇ ꯄꯟꯖꯈ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ ꯎꯆꯦꯛꯅꯦ ꯉꯥꯅꯦ ꯁꯥꯃꯨꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯂꯧꯔꯒ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯃꯤꯟꯅꯩ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯛꯄꯗꯗꯤ for protection ꯃꯁꯥ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇꯅꯤꯀꯣ from enemies ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯦꯛꯅꯕꯁꯦ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯑꯦꯇꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯔꯥ ꯍꯣꯜ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞ ꯆꯪꯉꯒ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯌꯦꯛꯅꯕꯗꯣ ꯃꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯅꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞ ꯁꯥꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯕꯁꯦ. To gather food and to rear their young ones. ꯑꯗꯒꯤ gather food ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯤꯟꯖꯥꯛ ꯈꯣꯝꯖꯤꯟꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯒꯦꯗꯔꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯆꯤꯟꯖꯥꯛ ꯈꯣꯝꯖꯤꯟꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯃꯁꯨꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯖꯤꯛ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯆꯠꯇꯨꯗ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯆꯤꯟꯖꯥꯛ ꯇꯥꯟꯕ ꯆꯠꯇꯨꯗ ꯃꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞ ꯁꯥꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯂꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯦ. Let's see how ants and bees exhibit social behavior. ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯥ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯄꯔꯥꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯅꯩꯅꯗꯣꯏꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯛꯄꯗꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯥ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ ꯑꯦꯟꯁ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯀꯛꯆꯦꯡ and bees ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯈꯣꯏꯗꯨꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯈꯣꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯐꯪꯉꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯈꯣꯏꯍꯤ ꯐꯪꯉꯤ. We used to get honey from bees, honey bees. ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯗꯣꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯛꯆꯦꯡꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯈꯣꯏꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛ ꯗꯤꯁꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯕꯤꯍꯦꯕꯤꯌꯔ ꯃꯣꯏꯗ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯕꯤꯍꯦꯕꯤꯌꯔ ꯆꯠꯂꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯎꯠꯂꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯅꯩꯅꯗꯣꯔꯤꯁꯦ. So now let's start the chapter. Insects like honeybees, wasps, termites, and ants live and work together in groups. So, boys, insects such as honeybees, wasps, termites, and ants, they used to live and work together in groups. So, with many number of their same creatures, they used to work together and used to go here and there. Insects, the honeybees, hayingkhoi wasp ne, termite ne, aduga ants ne. Moi singse kai dawi habda moi punna leminei. Moi punna leminei ba. Thus, they are called social insects, and in this way, they are called social insects. Sumai moi se social insects na hai na khangnei. Group na leiba insects na hai na khangnei. A community of social insects is called a colony. What is colony, Abduda? You have to answer. A community of social insects is called a colony. You must answer this. Abdi social insects. Sumaina sangu sagaliba insects. Adukumbu colony haina khangnei. The members of a colony depend on one another. So each and every member of the colony has to depend on one another. Moinadi amana amagi mateng lawraga adum lei. Amana amagi mateng lawraga moi lei habini ko. Ants hazik kakchengi maram de yengasi bungos angang sa. Ants hari kakcheng ne. Kakcheng na pareng sana moi chali se. Noi thengnaramni. Adudi haziki ants ki matang da koi tamasi. Haziki ants ki mayuma noi sida thengnaramni. Si ants na sapa yum ne ba. Aduda yongo kakcheng na kamaina karakalei. An ant colony consists of a series of underground chambers. So, an ant colony, it has a group of underground chambers. Moi hujiki ant ki colony madidi kaidawi. Moi laifom se aduda tuhan ba chamber kayam klei. These are connected to each other through small tunnels. So, these chambers, they are connected one chamber with other through small tunnels. Hajiki chamber amaga atokpa amaga may connected tawi. Hautok phajin to yaba tunnel masa utuna may semi. The dirt that piles up around the entrance of the colony forms an ant hill. So, the dirt which piles up around their entrance of the colony, it forms an ant hill. That is the mayam hatar ko. Adudi hazigi moi gi changphom duda kakcheng du gi changphom duda shillaga leibse entrance of the colony mai yum duda changbugi kanuda shillaga leibse maduna ant hill hui. It consists of clay, sand and sticks. Hazigi ant hill, it is made of what? Clay, sand and sticks. Ant hill se karina sai habda clay adi lai khumni ko. Sand adi lengoi and sticks adi haziki chai macham hatare. There are separate rooms for nursery, food storage and laying of eggs. So, as human beings, we also have separate rooms in our building. The same way, see, these ants, they have also separate rooms for their babies, nursery, food storage and that means to pile up food. And by the way, laying of eggs, they have another place for laying eggs inside their chamber. Hundreds or more ants live in a single colony. So in a single colony, hundreds or more than 100 ants they are living together. Habdi mui ants ki colony amada kakseng sama natran sama digi hen layeba colony amagaktangda. In each ant colony, there is generally one queen ant, many male ants, and a large number of the female worker ants. So, in each and every ant colony, there is generally one queen ant is there, and many male ants and a large number of female worker ants are there. The work is divided among these members of the colony. So the worker in order to search food or to that means bring message where food is available or bringing food for such work. So female worker ants are there. So the work it has divided among these members of the colony. Habidi hujiki colony duda leibse kakseeng ꯆꯥꯝꯃꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯛꯇ ꯀꯣꯂꯣꯅꯤ ꯑꯃꯃꯝꯗ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯣꯂꯣꯅꯤꯗꯨꯗ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ in each ant colony there is generally one queen ant ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯗ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯅ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯀꯛꯆꯦꯡ ꯀ꯭ꯋꯤꯟ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯈꯪꯅꯔꯝꯅꯤ ꯔꯥꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯍꯥꯔꯥꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗ ꯀꯛꯆꯦꯡ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩ many male ants and a large number of female worker ants adigi male kakseeng hadi male aduga female worker ants mayam amsu lay. The work is divided among these members of the colony adigi hawjigi leriba member singse male female leriba kakseeng mayam sise moi singdadi mogi thabok sise divide towiyeba hadi yernaraga pi. The queen ant lays eggs. We have seen in each colony there is one queen ant. So the duty of queen ant is to lay eggs. Hojiki rani hojiki akaksingi rani ama leibdo mana kaidoni queen dugi magi mathose karino haitaragadi mana marum koi. The male ants help the queen ant to reproduce. So in order to reproduce, so male ants help the queen. Male ant na queen da hojiki reproduce. Macha masu ate kano pokpudda mating pangbi. The worker ants build and repair the colony. So the worker ants, they used to do what? They build and repair the colony. They used to build and repair the colony where they are living. Worker ant na kaitowi habda worker ants mogi mathose kana habda repair sabgi thabukne colony do adu sabda semjinba sajinba dugi muktani moise madugi thabuk mo sugalei. They also find and collect food and look after the queen and young ones. So the worker ants, what they used to do? Once we find, they used to build and repair the colony. Moreover than this, they also find and collect food and look after the queen and young ants. Worker ants, ma'am, we have the Haziki ꯁꯦꯝꯖꯤꯟꯕ ꯁꯥꯖꯤꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯧꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯀꯣꯂꯣꯅꯤꯗꯣ ꯁꯦꯝꯖꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯁꯥꯖꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯊꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯛꯇ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ and collect food ꯃꯣꯏ ꯆꯤꯟꯖꯥꯛ ꯆꯥꯅꯅꯕ ꯆꯤꯟꯖꯥꯛꯁꯦ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯀꯂꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯏ ꯈꯣꯝꯖꯤꯜꯂꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ and look after the queen and young ants ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯨꯏꯟꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯇꯩ ꯀꯛꯆꯤꯡ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯪꯉꯒ ꯂꯩ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯒ ꯊꯝꯃꯤ. Some worker ants called soldier ants defend the colony from unwanted visitors, and then among those ants in the group, some worker ants are there who are called soldier ants. Soldier hadi sipai niko. Sipai sisdi mathodi karino moina defend sangaga thamgarabni moina ngaktholaga thamgarabni. So among them some worker ants called soldier ants are there who is to defend, who is to look or protect the colony from unwanted visitors. So it is their duty of these soldier ants. Soldier ants ki mathau se kaino haibtadi moina haziki colony do ngaktuna thammi aduga karigumba thohanningdaba ꯊꯕꯛ ꯑꯃꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯅ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯁꯛ ꯈꯪꯗꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯦꯇꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯣꯜꯖꯔ ꯑꯦꯟꯁꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤ. Ants communicate with each other through chemicals. So ants, they used to passes their message with each other through chemicals. ꯀꯛꯆꯤꯡꯅ ꯀꯦꯃꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯀꯦꯃꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯂꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯦꯃꯤꯀꯦꯜꯁꯇꯨꯅ ꯄꯥꯎ ꯄꯤꯊꯣꯛ ꯄꯤꯁꯤꯟ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯅꯩ. For example, when a worker ant finds a source of food, it leaves a trail of chemical on the ground while returning to the colony. So as example, when a worker ant finds a source of food, then it leaves a trail of chemical. The trail of chemical it leaves here on the ground while returning to the colony. At the time that means it returned to the colony, it used to leaves a trail of chemical. Habidi kari hai. When a worker ant, hojiki kakchengi marakta ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯕ ꯀꯛꯆꯦꯡꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯏ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ find a source of food ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯆꯤꯟꯖꯥꯛꯀꯤ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯈꯣꯡꯒꯨꯜꯁꯦ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯁꯣꯔꯁꯁꯦ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ it leaves a trail of chemical ꯑꯃ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯂꯦꯕ ꯀꯔꯥꯏꯗꯅꯣ on the ground while returning to the colony ꯃꯥꯒꯤ colonyꯗꯨꯗ ꯍꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯄꯥꯎ ꯄꯤꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯀꯦꯃꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯔꯒ ꯆꯠꯂꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯀꯦꯃꯤꯀꯦꯜꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯒ ꯀꯛꯆꯤꯡ ꯑꯇꯩꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯣꯔꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯐꯨꯗꯇꯣ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯗ ꯂꯩꯒꯦ ꯃꯗꯨꯕ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯆꯠꯇꯣꯔꯤꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯃꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯐꯨꯗꯇꯣ ꯄꯨꯔꯒ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯂꯣꯅꯤꯗꯨꯗ ꯍꯟꯗꯣꯛꯇꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ. The other worker ants smell this trail and follow the same path. So as that means it leaves a trail of chemical on the ground while it returns to the colony. So with that chemical, the other worker ants smell this trail and they used to follow the same path. Okay. The same way, that means through which that ant back to the colony before they follow it. ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ the other worker ants ꯑꯇꯩ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯀꯛꯆꯤꯡ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯒꯤꯗꯣ ꯀꯦꯃꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯆꯠꯄꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯝꯗꯣ ꯁ꯭ꯃꯦꯜꯗꯣ ꯂꯧꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ this trail and follow the same path ꯃꯥꯅ ꯀꯣꯂꯣꯅꯤꯗ ꯍꯜꯂꯛꯑꯝꯕ ꯂꯝꯕꯦꯟꯗꯨꯗ ꯆꯨꯝꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯁꯣꯔꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯐꯨꯗ ꯐꯥꯎ ꯆꯠꯇꯣꯔꯤꯕꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯦꯃꯤꯀꯦꯜꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯝꯗꯣ ꯂꯧꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯦꯟꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯆꯨꯝꯅ ꯆꯠꯂꯤ ꯄꯥꯠ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯤꯅꯤꯀꯣ thus they are able to locate the food easily. So in this way, with the help of the trail of chemical, they are able to locate the food easily. ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯦꯃꯤꯀꯦꯜꯁꯦ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯆꯠꯄꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯊꯪꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯔꯀꯔ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯋꯥꯔꯀꯔ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯝꯗꯣ ꯂꯧꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯏꯂꯥꯏ ꯂꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯐꯨꯗ ꯐꯥꯎꯁꯦ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯆꯤꯟꯖꯥꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯐꯥꯎꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯏꯂꯥꯏ ꯂꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯌꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯤ. Now let us see fact ant. Ants are very strong. They can lift objects that are 10 times heavier than themselves. So you must know it, boys. Ants are very strong. To compare with their size, they are very strong, boys. They can lift objects that are 10 times heavier than themselves. Kari hai habda. Ants maringjal se am kalli ko. Moina they can lift objects. Moi karigumba pot amase thanga puga chappa ngamse. Moi masagi arumbadagi 10 times rumba henba potse. Moi masana pulaga chappa ngammi. Next, let us see. Saina wants to know. It has not given in their ebook. So, boys, so far we have learned about these ants. Here, in place of Saina, that means in my in your book, I think it has written Ria again, okay? But here, in my that means in our textbook, it has written Saina. Saina wants to know. You must have seen ants walking in a line. What happened when this line is broken? Discuss in class. So, children, you can imagine what will happen if this line is broken. Sainana makhangningi ko. You must have seen ants walking in a line. Ants kakting se pareng sana satpuse. Noi thengnaranguni bako. What happens when this line is broken? Karingba line sise thuai tarkadi kamdawi discuss in class adi noina sana si class school su chattabin nangang sing hangsa noi sise kari thoi ge kamai tor ge habdo noi nasa sana si yeng tare. So let's up to here for today, and then see you again in the next class. All of you, thank you.